Good afternoon. Welcome to the Gifted Soul Tarot. Today I'm going to be reading for Gemini, 22nd of May to the 21st of June. And this is for the period 30 March to the 5th of April. So I'm going to be doing two readings today, two spreads. I'm going to be doing the sphere of life spread, and after that I'll be going into the portrait spread. So thanks for joining me here today. Let's see what we have for Gemini. 7 cards. So we're going to be covering in the sphere of life spread love, work, money, family, health, hopes and fears. So let's see what comes out. Right, so first card. How's this? Look at you cards. Where's this over here? Give you another card. So there we have the 7 cards. But the overall energy is the 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. So we'll leave that there for a minute. Excuse me, I'm just going to have a sip of water. So we're going to be covering what I see for Gemini, and I'm going to start off with the love. See what we have for Gemini love. So I've drawn the Knight of Swords. It's a fast energy that's coming in. Wanting to get things done. On a mission, on a roll. Going ahead with what you've planned. Whether that's an engagement of sorts, whether it's a spouse that you in a marriage, whether you're going out with a boyfriend and girlfriend, whether you're just friends first. But the movement is quick. It's stable. It's sturdy. But we'll clarify these cards as well. So I'm just going to briefly go over. This is an abridged version, of course. It's your love life, and then we'll move on to work. You've got the strength card for work. It's a card of year. So this card is telling you that, well, in fact, it's a card telling you to be courageous and be strong in all that you do. And have a voice piece. Be forthright and upfront and speak your mind. And yeah, I don't think you'll have problems at work. But if you do have problems at work, just take them one day at a time. Just stand up, be courageous, get the job done. And as I say, you know, you've got the agility. You've got the infinity symbol above your head. This is a strength card. It's a good card for work. That's a stable card. And on the money side, you have the Page of Cups. It's a young energy. It's a free moral agent. Someone that's free and easy. Someone that's going about his business. You know, you're not putting too much emphasis on, you know, I'm not going to say that you don't have career plans. You have career plans, but you're starting out. And the energy here is young for those folk that are starting out. And it's a free-flowing energy. You know, you're in it, and you're going to go with the flow, and you're going to see what, you know, how things pan out. So I think there's a lot of opportunities here as well. So expect to receive messages in the form of you know, the different media platforms. Could be via email, could be via Skype, could be you know, your WhatsApp and your LinkedIn. Could be that sort of medium, which will be giving you an opportunity. It's going to spawn more money for, you know, working but earning substantially more than what you're getting at the minute. And on the family note, you've got the card of Temperance. Okay, so here you see that synergy. There's a synergy here. Seems to be a good synergy on the family side. And I don't think there's too much ill intentions here. But things seem to be going in a good direction. There's a unity here. There's a masculine and feminine energy. It's a unity, and it's a going with the flow and being happy and content in your lot, you know. It's a very even keel energy, that. So there's not too much complications, well, I don't foresee any complications on the health side. Okay, so we go on, we move on to, this is your hopes. You see, this is the Six of Wands, or Six of Staffs, whatever you want to call it. And this has been exalted. This is having public address, being awarded for a job well done somehow. So this could be on the work front, this could be in a business, in a new business, this could be a partnership. You're going to be doing work, and it looks as if you're going to get accolades for the work you've done. So it's a public address, it's going to be announced. Okay, and it's a good card. I'm going to move on to your fears. Right, it's graced by the Six of Pentacles. That's the energy you're perceiving. That's the energy you fear. It's a balanced energy. You know, it's the art of giving and receiving. Okay, but there's a message here, a warning here, not to give, not to just give. Make sure it's earned. You know, make sure that you're giving to a good cause. You're not just handing out. Okay, and you may be called upon to, you know, by family or friends or work colleagues, to help them in some regard. It could be in the way of monetary, it could be in the way of offering them staff compliment, you know, labourer, staff compliment, depends on what industry you're in. And you'll be extending a hand. And as you extend that hand, so someone's going to be helping you as well. So it's a give and a take. And it's, you know, it's just having that good synergy to give, but also to take. So it's a good energy. But on the same token, don't be abused. Okay? You've got to know why you're giving, and you've got to know what cause you're giving to and for, and who to. Okay, so there must be some parameters, you know, some guidelines. You're not going to just be giving money out for the sake of giving out. So I think always just question your intentions on why. And we've got the Ace of Cups here, and that speaks of happiness. It speaks of opportunities. It speaks of a gift from the divine. It speaks of a good energy. It speaks of, as I say, happiness comes from within. You need to, you know, stand up for your beliefs. You need to understand that others can't make you happy. It's impossible. If you extend that happiness and you're full of happiness within yourself, then that's going to emanate to the other folk, to whoever's around you, and you know, you'll have a far better relationship. You can't put anyone else to make you happy, and I think that's something that we all have to understand. So now I'm going to pull some clarifying cards on the Mona Lisa deck to see where we stand. Beautiful artwork on this deck. It's a very unique deck as well. So let's see what we have on the love front. What can we pair the Knight of Swords with? I'm going to take that and leave this. can see through Gemini. Thank you. You don't read these in the upside down. Gemini. Excuse me. I have to get these. So I think we got what we need. I'm looking for one more card. One more should do it. That's the one I'm taking. Overall energy is the Temperance card. So like when we covered love, and I told you this was a fast moving energy, it's stable and it's quick and it's very determined and very forthright. We've married the Knight of Swords up with the King of Wands, strangely enough. And here it's telling you every stroke makes a bigger picture. So whatever you're doing, I mean, you know, it's a time period. Time is the biggest factor in anything and any relationship. So you're moving forward and yeah, piece it all together. You know, whether this is a marriage, a partnership, whether this is a girlfriend and boyfriend situation, whether it's friends first, whatever the circumstances are, you're going in the right direction. And just bear in mind that the longer you go out and as you get to know each other, so you'll see the bigger picture. You'll see, you know, your partner in the light and for what they stand. And on the work front, it's a card of Temperance. It's Temperance card. And I see that you need to speak your mind on the work front. There's a certain amount of ego attached to that card as well. So I think, you know, what you need to be doing here is, there could be a bit of arrogance as well. So I think, you know, one just needs to always put that aside and bring your best foot forward, so to speak. And display the person you are, you know. Leave your ego aside, because this card carries a lot of ego. And yes, just give thanks. You know, give thanks for small mercies, because you need to give thanks. If you seem to be a very attractive person, you know, you seem to carry yourself well. Give thanks for that. You know, give thanks for your good looks. Give thanks for getting up in the morning. Give thanks for the job that you're going to. And I think you'll start seeing things unfold. And this is paired, the Strength card's paired with the Hangman. And the message has, always know who's pulling the strings. So I think you just need to keep your guard, know the lay of the land, and see what's going down at work. And put your head down and work, because there's no problem. I don't see any problems, you know, to do with work. I think you just need to carry on as you have. And then on the money side, we've got the Page of Cups. It's that young energy, that's that free moral agent going out there, going about his business as he ought to. And you know, you're just building up your career at this time, or it could be you could have a business that you're building up, or perhaps it's even a partnership. But it's something new, and it's something offered to you, and it's young, and it's, as I say, you're a free moral agent at this time, and you're going with the flow, and you know, you seem to be doing your lot, and there don't seem to be any problems. And this is paired off with the Seven of Swords. Ignorance is bliss. So, you know what, as I said to you, know the lay of the land, know what's about you, know the type of business you're getting into. If you're going into business with a partner or a few partners, you know, find out a bit more, examine what they've got to bring to the table, because, you know, it has to be an amicable relationship at the end of the day, and you don't want to be caught off guard. So I think just pay attention to that. And on the family front, we've got the Temperance cards. I said the overall energy has a good energy. It's a synergy, actually. You know, it's people being compatible. You know, I think it's a bit more than compatible. As I said, it's a good synergy, it's a good togetherness, it's, you know, the combination of the masculine and feminine energies, and it's nicely balanced. And we paired that off with the Three of Swords. So, you know, you can't work on words alone. I mean, words alone don't make the kingdom. So you've got to show, you know, you've got to show your partner, and you've got to be actively involved in your partner's life and what they're doing. And so, you know, vice versa, the same applies. And it's just a warning to, you know, take heed. You know, be mindful of your partner. You know, perhaps they're going through complications, or perhaps they just need a shoulder to cry on. So I think just embrace that. Excuse me. Embrace that. On the health side, you're going to, as I said, this is the Six of Wands, the Six of Staffs. You're going to be receiving public honour. I think your health's in a good state at the moment. I don't think you're overly stressed, and I think things are good on the work front, or if it's a business partnership, it's also appears to be good, because it looks as if perhaps it's a project that you've been given, or a client has given you a big project to do, and perhaps it's you've completed the project, and they're giving you accolades for the work you've done, and that you know, puts you in a good disposition, I'd say, in terms of your health. You know, I think you're going to be quite happy with the end result. Or that could even be for some that are currently working for an employer, where they actively, you know, working on a project that they've given their all to, and perhaps it's a bit of teamwork, or perhaps you've been the project planner, and you're going to be getting that award coming in. You need to take time out as well, and just to, you know, examine what you've achieved and what you've had to go through along the way. But I don't foresee any problems with your health. Your hopes, as I said, we've got the Six of Pentacles, and here I said it just needs to be a happy equilibrium in your giving and your taking. You know, while you need to give, you need to receive as well. But always be mindful of the fact, why are you giving? For what purpose are you giving? You don't just want to be giving. Make sure that it's earned. You don't just give to something that's not earned. So ask the question. Don't be that walkover in the park and just, you know, give. You can't be giving your money away to any cause. So find out if the cause is a good cause. And on the same token, this is going to be reciprocated, because you're going to also require help from, it could be family members, it could be colleagues, it could be friends, and they're going to give back. So it's just the art of giving and receiving, and pay attention to that, as I say. You don't want to be doing things, giving away a large sum of money that you won't be getting back. You don't want to be in that situation. And that's paired off with the Empress card, the Empress energy. So, yeah, and yeah, this speaks of as well. It's a situation we give, we earned. Don't give otherwise. Give, we earned. I think that's the message here. Your hopes. You've got the Ace of Cups. And as I explained to you, happiness comes from within. You can't look to anyone else's eyes to make you happy. That's got to be within you. Because once you feel as a person, you can then, you know, change the mindsets and the likes of other folk. You know, they'll be drawn to you because they see that light in you. They see that happiness in you. So I think, you know, if you haven't got a happy equilibrium, if you find that you're not, you know, you're not as happy as you ought to be, I think you just need to take time out, and you need to, you know, meditate and call on your spirit guides, or get advice. Perhaps you know of someone that's an advisor. You know, if you've got any troubles, go there and speak to him, because you know, you can get help. I mean, but what I'm saying to you is, I mean, if you're happy within yourself, you're fine. But if you're struggling with being happy, and you're struggling being on your own, it's a problem. Okay, you don't want to be in a bad relationship because of the fear of being alone. Okay, you want to be in that relationship because it's a happy equilibrium. It's a give and a take situation, and you're in love with your partner and you're compatible. Okay, you don't want to just be going about, your business because you're afraid to be on your own, because that would be foolish. So I think for the abridged version, I think that's as far as I'm going. I'm now going to do another reading. I'm going to do a portrait reading. And that's going to cover a good few things. So let's get into that. Let's see what we can pull out for the portrait. Let's see what lesson you need to learn from this outcome. There you go. It's the happy ever after card. It's the 10 of Cups. That's a great energy. The portrait is the lesson you're going to learn from your set of circumstances. So, whilst we've got the portrait, we can't have the portrait, we need to frame it. So let's start working on the framework. Let's see what factors influence the lessons to be learned, and let's see what factors influence the portrait, so to speak. It's easy enough. Here, now does it work too? Move that over. Let's find the sides of the portrait. That's a good card. Star card, nothing wrong with that. My card of energy. We'll take this one, that one to come out. This card has been about, it's doing its rounds. It's been in all the other readings that I've done. So it's quite odd, isn't it? But I see it here. Come out for Gemini. I think people are also stressing at this time, this coronavirus business and this lockdown. It's affecting the economy. People aren't themselves. They're worried. They're very worried. Most folk have lost their jobs, and those that are breadwinners. Those that have, got one income. So I think it's tough all round, especially on the money front and on the investment side. The economy is taking a knock. There you go. So there we have the portrait and we've got the frame. And that's interesting. The overall energy has the Temperance card. That's come out 3 times now. So heed the warning. That's the Temperance card. It's not a bad card, it's a good card. Now then, so on the portrait side, this is the lesson you have to learn. Okay, it seems as if you want that good life, okay? You're awfully concerned about that good life. You want to attract wealth into your life. You want that, and if you're on the brink of retirement, that's what you want to be attracting. For those folk out there that are still working, they want that good life, they want that good business. They want to be sowing and reaping the rewards of their efforts. So, and I mean, this can also be for property as well. Perhaps you want that good address. This time where you really think, I need that good address. I know I've worked long and hard for it, and I need to take care of my family. So that's the lesson you're going to learn. Okay, that's the message I have you. This is the message you're going to learn. Now let's see what's about. Let's see what the framework has to offer. Let's see how this marries up. This is what you hoped and wanted. You hoped and wanted the Four of Pentacles. You wanted that security, okay? And this could be on, in your business, in your investments. You've always wanted that security. You wanted to have a happy life, as I say, and it fits in perfectly with the portrait energy. So it's what you hoped and you've always wanted. And it looks as if you're holding on quite tightly to your money part of it. And I don't say that's a bad thing altogether. But loosen up a bit. You know what we're going through. You know what you're going through as a person. You know your responsibilities. You know your commitments, whether that be bond, whether that be having staff that you've employed at your business. Just relax, because it's going to happen anyway. Okay, so while I understand that you want a lot and you hope for a lot, just give it a bit of time. It'll be fruitful, but it needs some time. So good drama. Right. So next up we have what weighs heavy on your mind is the Queen of Swords. You see here again, what weighs heavy on your mind, you want that good office. Okay? This is air energy. You want that directness. You want to be in that powerful position. You want to be, speaking your mind and laying down the law, so to speak, and you want to dot your I's and cross your T's, and that's fine. That's all fine. It's okay. So I think that's what you're striving for. That's what that's what you ultimately want. But it can also weigh you down if you're not getting it. And as I say, with the Four of Pentacles, you're holding on. I think you just need to let up a bit, relax a bit. Now, what you expect is the Page of Wands energy. It's also light-hearted energy. That also foretells of messages coming in, communication coming in. That could be could be to do with new prospects, work prospects. It could be partnership prospects. It could be promotion even. That's the fire energy, and it's a young energy. So that's what's sort of like that's what you expect, okay? And rightfully so. I mean, that's what we all expect at the end of the day. Most of us, or the majority of us, expect that. And here we got this is the Major Arcana card. This is the Star card. Okay. And it speaks about hope. So it speaks about hope. It speaks about happiness. It speaks about being in touch with your mind, your body, your spirit. It speaks of, filling your receptacles. You putting water and you dropping out water. And if you'd have a look here, this is the 5 senses of life. That water that's going into the stream. That's interpreted as the 5 senses of life. So like I say, you're in touch with your mind, your body and your spirit. No one has to tell you. But the only sticky thing here is, or the only caution is, you can't put all the water into one receptacle. You've got to balance it out. So, in other words, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I know that's a literal saying, but that's how it works. Especially that's how it works in business. Perhaps how it works in investments as well. So, split things up. Okay? Have other goals, have other opportunities, and start testing the waters in other spheres. And that'll be good for you. Okay? Now, what will most likely happen? We've got the 5 of Swords. Again, this is the air energy. And it seems to be, you seem to be in there's a fighting spirit. It seems to be a bit of a disagreement. Okay? Now, I don't know who that's with. That could be on the work front. It could be in your business. It could be that you're putting all the work in and you feel that your partner's not, putting the same amount of work in, and he's benefiting half on the profits. It could be that scenario. It could be a work scenario. If you work for an employee, you could find that you're overloaded and you've got so much work to do, but you're not being given a pair of hands to help, and yet your deadline dates remain the same, and that could, that could weigh heavily on you. So, or it could be that someone's angry with you. Who's angry at you? What have you done that they're angry about? That they're protesting against? Have you been sneaky? Is this something that you've actually done? So I think you need to just weigh up, take a seat back and just look at the life about you and just, mull it over in your mind and see. Have a look at it objectively, of course. Of course, again, we could also have a scenario where this could be some form of deception, within your relationship, or your friend's first relationship, or your spouse. It could be a marriage relationship. It could be something on the family front. So I think you just need to take a step back, as I said, because you're pondering too much here. And I don't say it's a bad thing to ponder. It's a good thing. Okay, now, what balances you? That's the major arcana card. This is the Fool card. So this is also a light-hearted spirit. It's the same as the Page of Wands, pretty much. It's sort of that young energy. It's that, the divine is with you. You're going about your business. You're doing what you have to do at this time, whether that be traveling, whether that be setting up a business, whether that be marketing yourself. Perhaps you're taking time out and you're traveling. You're going overseas. You're going to find better prospects. Perhaps this is to do with a move. This could be a move on the family front, or a change of address for a business. It's that sort of energy, but you're being guided, and it's a very light-hearted energy. So, I think it's a good thing for you. It balances you. It makes you feel good. Going about your business and doing what you ought to be doing. You've got no ties. You're a free moral agent. You can do that. And here we got the Devil card. This is card of Capricorn. Now, what motivates you? Now, this card speaks of a lot. Now, it could be that you are in bondage to, let's say, you're in bondage to a bond that you've taken out on a property. And now with this COVID-19, that's this pandemic, you're concerned about that. You're thinking, what if I get laid off? What if they cut back the hours? How will the bond be paid? I've just bought a new car. What happens there? How will I maintain the car? And all these things come to mind. And it could be, a codependency. It could be to do with alcoholism. It could be to do with drugs. It could be to do with, it could be to do with your partner. There could be some codependency problem here. Or it could be that you're studying. If you're a young person, not only if you're a young person, if you're studying at the moment, you take time out and you put time out into the study so that you can get an education, so that you can better yourself. But then you must also understand that you don't have the time to mingle with friends. So, you feel a bit cheated. So you've got that sort of situation where you're improving yourself, but on the other hand, you haven't got that quality of life because you're not mingling, you're not doing what you want to do because you've been restricted. So I think there's a lot going on there. Right now. This is the lesson you have to learn. Okay? And this is the Wheel of Fortune. What's up must come down, and what's down must come up. And it's going to work that way. You see the 4 quadrants of the earth around that. And you need to understand that things change. People change. Events change. And, your life goals change. People outgrow each other. There's changes there as well. So there's a lot that's sort of encapsulating everything. And there's a lot to consider here. But I think sometimes you miss the point. You're not taking a step back. And things do change. You need to understand if you're going through hard times here and you're down there, you're going to be going up, but it's slowly but surely. You can't have it now. It doesn't work like that. And also you need to put out to the universe what you want. You need to be that master manifester. Okay? And so you need to have a good approach. Take things slowly, one day at a time. Put your beliefs out there and see what you get back. But you need to master this. You need to understand that things do change. But it's a time period. So that's all I can see for you at the minute. As I said, it's in a British version. Thanks for joining me. I've enjoyed it. And yes, please send your comments. And you can like and subscribe. And give me some feedback. And I'll be posting weekly So I'll pick you up in the next video.